All right, picture this. The phone rings, or maybe you're the one picking it up, about to dial a number in English, and just like that, you feel that little flutter of nerves, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Whether it's to catch up with a friend, book a reservation, or handle something important for work, phone calls are just, well, an inevitable part of our everyday lives.
It's so true. That initial hesitation is incredibly common, I think, because unlike face-to-face talks, you can't rely on body language or, visual cues.
Exactly.
Your voice and your words are literally all you have to convey your message, your intentions, and, your confidence.
Exactly. So today on The Deep Dive, our mission is to tackle that apprehension head on.
Good plan.
We're diving deep into mastering everyday English phone calls, drawing from some truly insightful source material. This isn't just about memorizing vocabulary lists,
No, not at all.
It's about equipping you with the strategies behind the phrases so you can sound natural, clear, and genuinely confident. Think of it as a shortcut, maybe, to being well-informed and effective whenever that phone rings. Okay, let's unpack this.
Yeah, let's do it. What's fascinating here, I think, is that the foundation for a good call begins even before you state your main purpose.
Okay, how so?
Well, starting a call well isn't just a nicety. It's actually a strategic move. When you open with a clear greeting and check if they're free, you're subtly signaling respect for their time, their bandwidth.
Right.
And that sets an immediate tone of consideration. This sort of preemptive politeness, it minimizes friction, making the rest of your conversation, potentially far more productive.
That's such a fundamental point. It all starts with those clear, polite greetings. You wouldn't just launch straight into your request, would you?
Exactly. No.
Our sources highlight simple, effective phrases for this. Let's imagine you, our listener, making a call. If you're calling a loved one, you might just say, "Hi, it's me. Are you free to talk for a few minutes?"
Simple, direct.
Simple, to the point, and friendly.
And that, "Are you free to talk?" part is essential, really, whether it's informal or formal.
Mm-hmm.
It just shows respect for their schedule right from the start. Consider calling a service center, for instance. The agent might start with, "Good morning. How can I help you today?"
Standard stuff.
Yeah. And your polite response, maybe something like, "Hi, my washing machine isn't working properly. Could you tell me how to book a repair?" This simple exchange immediately sets a cooperative tone. It makes the whole process incredibly smooth because you're both kind of on the same polite wavelength from the get-go.
That's a clear illustration. It really highlights how those first few seconds aren't just polite, but they actually set the entire emotional and practical groundwork for the conversation, don't they?
They really do.
For a more professional setting, say if you're scheduling an appointment, it's just, "Good morning, I'm calling to schedule an appointment." Much better than just blurting out what you need.
Right. Clear and direct.
Okay, so once you've established that connection, how do you navigate the specific scenarios, the typical phone call situations?
Well, if we connect this to the bigger picture, many phone calls fall into common categories, right?
Sure.
And having a precise mental script, or at least some key phrases, helps immensely. Let's think about making reservations.
Okay, like dinner.
Exactly. For a restaurant, you'd clearly state, "Hello, I'd like to book a table for 2 at 7 p.m. tonight. Is that possible?"
Yeah.
And then remember that polite closing, "Thank you, see you tonight," or something similar.
Nice touch.
Similarly, for a hotel, "Hello, do you have any rooms available for next weekend?" And then follow up with your preference, like, "Yes, please, I'd like a room with a sea view."
Right, specify what you want.
This specificity isn't just about politeness, it's about efficiency. It helps the person on the other end quickly understand and hopefully fulfill your request, minimizing all that back and forth.
Yeah, avoids the guesswork. And once you've made those arrangements, you often need to confirm details, right?
Oh, definitely.
It's all about avoiding misunderstandings before they even happen.
Crucial.
So for a delivery, maybe, "I'm calling to confirm my order will arrive today between 2 and 4 p.m. Is that correct?"
Perfect.
Or for a meeting. So the meeting is at 10 a.m. tomorrow, right? That quick check provides reassurance for both parties.
Absolutely. And it can save a lot of headaches down the line.
Totally.
Problem solving is another big one where clear communication is just vital.
Yeah, when things go wrong.
Exactly. If you're running late because of traffic, explaining clearly with a reason and an estimated time helps manage expectations. Like, "Hi, I'm running late because there's heavy traffic. I expect to be home in about 30 minutes.
Okay. Gives them context.
Yeah. Or reporting an issue. I'm calling to report that my internet is not working properly. It has been slow all day.
Right.
Or even for something like a power outage. Hello, I live at 25 Maple Street and the electricity has been off since this morning. The why behind the problem helps the recipient triage the issue effectively.
Yeah, giving that context is so helpful. And it applies to home repairs, too. Like, my heater is not turning on. Can you send a technician? Or, hello, I have a leaking faucet. Can you come tomorrow morning? You're clear about the problem and your request.
And that gives the other person all the info they need to assist you quickly.
This brings us to a crucial point. How do we get the exact information we need without sounding, demanding or maybe too vague? It's all about precision, isn't it?
Precision is absolutely key. It isn't just about getting an answer. It's about efficiency and, frankly, respect for the other person's time.
How do you mean?
Well, a vague question like, I want to know about your service, forces them to sort of drag the information out of you. It adds cognitive load.
Right, makes them do the work.
Exactly. But a precise query like, could you please tell me the price of your monthly internet plan? Immediately directs them. It shows you value their time and yours.
Okay.
Or for a bill. Hello, I have a question about my electricity bill for this month. Is there a way to pay online? Super specific. For restaurants. Do you have gluten-free options? Or public services? I'd like to know the opening hours of the post office on weekends. Being specific gets you quick, clear answers. Less back and forth.
That makes sense. And when it comes to scheduling and rescheduling, politeness is key again, isn't it? Because you're asking someone to adjust their schedule or accommodate yours.
Absolutely.
Okay.
It requires that extra bit of consideration.
So for a doctor's appointment, good morning. I'd like to schedule an appointment with Dr. Smith next week, please.
Clear request.
And then confirming Wednesday would be perfect. If you need to reschedule, it's something like, I have an appointment with Dr. Williams tomorrow, but I need to reschedule it. Is Friday morning available?
The language is direct, yet respectful. And that makes people generally more willing to help you out.
Right.
And if you need to leave a message or voicemail, speaking slowly and clearly is vital there, especially when giving contact details.
Oh, yeah. Mumbling is the worst.
Exactly. Remember, they can't interrupt you to ask for clarification, so you need to be perfectly clear the first time. The classic example.
Hello, this is Myra calling. Please call me back at your earliest convenience. My number is 555-1234. Thank you.
Slow and steady.
And if you're receiving a message, say about a missed delivery, you can easily make arrangements. Hi, thank you for letting me know. I will be home after 5 p.m. Could you please deliver it then?
Proactive.
Nice. This proactive communication just makes life easier for everyone involved.
That's such a common scenario. And workplace communication is equally important for clarity and professionalism, right? Like calling in sick.
Yes. Something like, hi, this is Myra from the marketing department. I'm calling to let you know I won't be able to come to work today because I'm feeling unwell.
Simple, professional.
It's clear, professional, and directly addresses the purpose of the call. Sets clear expectations.
Okay, that covers a lot of what to say. But what about how you say things during the call, the nuances of vocal communication? Right. This brings us to a crucial aspect. Since the other person can only hear your voice, your tone is paramount. The source material really emphasizes using please, thank you, and excuse me frequently. Like maybe more than you think you need to.
Okay.
And here's a subtle but powerful tip. Smiling while you talk.
Really? Does that actually work?
That's not just a myth.
Seriously.
When you smile, your vocal cords naturally relax a bit, your pitch often lifts slightly, and your tone just sounds more open and genuinely warm. It makes you instantly more approachable, makes your requests seem more reasonable, even when they can't see you.
I love that smile while you talk advice. I'm going to try that.
Yeah.
It really does make a difference, doesn't it? Just hearing someone sound pleasant.
It does. And it's not just about using polite words. It's about adding that little extra politeness like the source mentioned. I would like to check in at 7 p.m., please, instead of just barking 7 p.m.
Right. Softens it. It changes the whole vibe. Shows consideration.
Precisely. And clarity and specificity. They remain important throughout the call, not just at the start.
Keep it sharp.
Yeah, keep your questions precise and your answers concise but clear, especially when reporting problems. This helps the other person keep up and process the information effectively.
But let's be real, sometimes you just don't catch what the other person said. Or the line is bad, or maybe there's an accent you're not used to.
Happens all the time.
It's totally okay to ask for repetition or slower speech without hesitation right.
Absolutely. Don't just guess.
Phrases like, sorry, could you please repeat that? Or, I didn't catch that last part. They're lifesavers.
Or even, could you please speak a little slower? It's perfectly fine.
I remember one tricky call with a really bad line where I had to keep politely saying, sorry, I didn't catch that. Could you please repeat? But, patience paid off and we eventually got through it.
Good example?
It taught me it's far better to ask than to guess and get it wrong.
That anecdote perfectly illustrates the need for patience and professionalism on both ends, actually.
True.
And don't rush to fill silences. The other person might be writing something down or processing information or just thinking. Give them a second.
Good point. Resist the urge to jump in.
Yeah. And even if you receive bad news like a canceled appointment, staying calm is key. Responding with, thank you for letting me know, could we reschedule for another day? Shows incredible poise.
Right. Focuses on the solution.
Exactly. Rather than getting flustered.
So, what does this all mean for practical application? There are some fantastic techniques in the source material to boost your confidence.
Definitely. Note-taking is huge.
Yes. Pen and paper ready.
Always write down important details like dates, times, names, numbers. You can even politely say, can you please repeat the address? I want to write it down.
Oh, that's clever.
It tells them you're serious and organized, and it buys you a moment to collect yourself too.
Smart.
Yes, and spelling names and addresses clearly, like Myra, that's M-Y-R-A, or Maple, M-A-P-L-E, that helps avoid any confusion, especially when there's no visual aid, like on a phone call.
Crucial for accuracy.
And if you do need to interrupt, which sometimes happens, do so politely. Phrases like, sorry to interrupt, but could you please repeat that? Or, excuse me, I didn't quite catch that last part. Allow you to manage the conversation flow without being rude.
Okay, polite interruption. Got it.
Small talk can also warm things up sometimes.
Interesting. How so?
Well, a brief, friendly opening like, hi, how was your day? Before launching into business can really create a nice atmosphere.
Like the example of Myra calling her husband about a meeting.
Exactly. It makes the call feel more natural, not just purely transactional. Depends on the context, of course.
Sure. And if you get an unexpected call, say from an unknown company,
it's perfectly fine to ask, man, who's calling? You don't have to just accept every call at face value or feel pressured.
Right. You have the right to know.
And finally, for important calls, pre-call preparation is a game changer. Seriously.
Planning ahead.
Jotting down key points you want to cover beforehand can prevent you from forgetting anything crucial. It helps you sound prepared, confident, and keeps the conversation on track.
Minimizes those, I forgot to ask about moments afterwards.
Exactly those.
Okay, so you've set the tone, you've navigated the tricky bits, asked the right questions. Now the conversation is winding down. What does this all mean for making a graceful exit? How do we end the call well?
Ending a call politely is just as important as starting it well, really.
Leaves that final impression.
Exactly. It leaves a positive, lasting impression and reinforces the good communication you just had. Simple phrases like, thank you for your help, or I appreciate your time, go a long way.
Simple but effective.
Yeah. And then follow it up with a friendly closing, like, talk to you later, or have a great day.
Okay.
For a more formal close, something like, thank you for your assistance, have a great day. It's polished, professional.
Wraps it up nicely.
And it tells the other person the call is complete, signals the end clearly.
And what if you need to cut the call short? Maybe you're running out of time.
Even then, you can do so respectfully. Oh, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I need to go now. Thank you for your help.
Direct but still polite.
Exactly. It's direct, yet apologetic. It maintains politeness even when time is tight, and crucially, avoids just abrupt hang-ups.
Nobody likes being hung up on. Okay, let's bring it all together then. This deep dive has explored how mastering everyday English phone calls really boils down to a few core strategies, it seems. From those friendly greetings and politely checking availability, through navigating all sorts of call scenarios with clear, specific, and polite language.
The middle part, the main content.
Right up to ending conversations gracefully.
And the key, really, is practice. The consistent practice of these techniques is the absolute key to building genuine confidence and sounding truly natural over time.
Yeah, it's not just about memorizing lines, is it?
Not at all.
Yeah.
It's about understanding the underlying principles of clear, respectful, and effective communication. Internalizing it.
So, thinking about you, our listener, what does this all mean for you beyond just mastering phone calls?
Good question.
Consider how cultivating this clarity, this patience, and this politeness in these structured phone conversations, how that can lay a powerful foundation.
Right, how it transfers.
How might these disciplined communication skills transfer and empower your confidence in all areas of your English communication? Perhaps even when you're speaking face-to-face or, engaging in more complex discussions.
It really could. Those foundational skills are broadly applicable.
It could very well lead to surprising new aha moments in your learning journey. Maybe opening up conversations and connections you might have otherwise shied away from. Something to think about.